Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honors be to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elders in Alchemy of GMS and men that are like them, that is pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom, total fleck. I'm going to go into a quick lesson here. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, of course. And I don't really have a title for it. I'm going to flow through the spirit. But this is in regards to Gorilla Hebrew, all right, Alizar. Or Alizar, excuse me. All right, Gorilla Hebrew, and his little stunt that he pulled, I believe, maybe a week or so ago, about when he was trying to be the next streamer guy to be a host on No Jumper. All right, and if you guys are unfamiliar with No Jumper, he's the Edomite guy that kind of, he's like an agent. He puts all you niggas on his little podcast on YouTube, and you kind of emptying your baggage, so to speak. All right, you guys are telling all types of shit, the things you've done in the hood. All right, and all you're doing is eating the shit up, just like DJ Vlad. These dudes are agents, man. But you niggas love jumping on these dudes' podcasts, rubbing elbows with you 2/3, and that's gonna be your detriment, man. All right, Alizar, he's been warned quite a few times, man. Try to be corrected. The thing is, he's just too proud, man. All right. And I do videos like this because, because through the spirit, we all men, all right? Sometimes Jake can dive and take he can slip up, all of us slip up in his truth. But to a point where there's no return, man, that's scary, man. Because I was watching a little bit, it's like 11 hours, a bunch of retarded niggas. And I was looking at him like, man, damn, I don't say I feel sorry for him because he put himself in that predicament. But it was like, damn, he like 6'6". He's just standing there, nobody's talking to him. Everybody's getting these little interviews in, these worldly niggas, man. That's why you got to be away from worldly niggas, man, as best you can, because you get engulfed with that shit, man. These dumbass niggas, man. And he's all but 6'6", and he's just standing there. Got his zits on. Man, you know what I mean? It's just out of place. You could tell, like he was like, I don't know what's going on through his mind, but you could tell, I'm like looking at this dude, like, this is pathetic, man. You with these gang, these little YN niggas, man. Hey, man, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know what I mean? But anyways, get a few precepts, man. Because I was like, man, these niggas are contending to be a personality on YouTube. After everything, all the allegations, everything, all the stuff that was stemming around you dipping out from Sakari. Honestly, the biggest reason why I'm doing this video is because he said he's no longer dealing with the groups of the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelite movement. He's still a part of it, but he's not affiliated with the Israelites. Something he said along them lines. But that's not your choice, But anyways, let's get Luke 9:62 real quick. All right, because this is something that you do not want to do. You don't want to tempt Yahweh Shem Shai, man, and that's a scary thing, man. That's what you gotta walk. You gotta walk on eggshells around. When you, in general, you can't walk around with your chest all out, your chin forward like you somebody. You ain't nobody. All right, Jacob art thou worm. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai can raise up stones, man. He doesn't need us. We need him. You got to remember that. All right, we want to get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck about being a streamer, a gamer. Now, if I got talents and I can do it, and I put the work and the truth first, then of course, all right, make a couple bucks. But no, man, this is all vain. Vanities of vanities, man. Nigga trying to be a content creator, man. How about you create some videos, man, about cussing out Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the one that's about to implement the so-called, what, the one that's about to bring World War III, destruction, famine, pestilence, evils, ultimately through Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, trying to break bread with Esau, man. That's crazy. That's madness, man. You return back to your vomit. You know what? We gotta get those. We're gonna get all that through the spirit, man. This is Luke chapter 9. And this is what you don't want to do through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. If you call yourself a man of the Lord, Lord's will, I continue to endure. Luke 9, verse 62. Let's start at 60. Yahweh Shai said unto him, let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High. That's what the Lord said. Preach the kingdom of the Most High. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are part of the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Shai, whether you like it or not. All right. Now you might miss the first go around because you was wicked. 2/3, you don't even want to repent and turn to the Lord, your power source. It says, and another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. It says, and Yahushua is the point. And Yahushua said it to him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So this guy, man, and amongst a few others, man, they took their hand off the plow. They look back. And what happens when you look back? You start reminiscing. All right, you start getting butterflies and shit. You start looking back all the times, all the great times you had with your worldly friends, the times y'all were drunk, y'all did some crazy shit. Now, sometimes Jay can do that, reminisce a little bit. All right, you snap out of it because we in the future. The future for America is very bleak. The future for the hopeful elect is very, very rewarding and promising. You know, so you gotta, you know, see where you at, man. And in fact, let's do this. It's gonna be a quick one, short one, because I gotta jump back to it, man. I'm trying to go home. Like I said, I'm gonna read back at Luke 9:62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You're not fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. If you're trying to be the next best streamer, you competing to be a co-host for No Jumper, which No Jumper is a faggot. He's a cuckold. He's an Edomite. He's your enemy, and all them other 2/3 niggas around you. But anyways, you more than likely, man, you act like a 2/3 yourself. Talk about Hoover, I don't know, A-Train Hoover, what the fuck that shit is. But you over there talking shit about like your past, nigga. Nobody care about your hood, nigga. Your real, I ain't gonna say the real hood, but your real allegiance should be with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. You know what I mean? Getting down with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's will. Not no Hoover or whatever the fuck he said. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get another precept. I'm gonna have to get the close out real quick. This is what I want. Go to Hebrews 10:38 real quick. Yeah, man, he just looked out of place, man. You know, even for himself, you know, he's a so-called bright. He's a bright personality, you know. But he got his ass embarrassed when he was going against his other worldly Jake, talking about risen up a woman. He got disqualified because he couldn't riz up a woman. And the only thing this nigga led with was money. Have you ever been to Tulum? Have you ever been overseas? Could you rate my swag from 1 to 10? Should get that nigga a 6, man. He's corny, man. That's what happens. The Lord Yahweh Shemashai don't start exposing. You're not that cool, man. None of us are for real. All right? That's why we don't glorify ourselves. We glorify Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We don't glorify ourselves. That's prideness. All right? So that's Jay got disqualified because they had no Riz button, man. That's for worldly niggas, man. We should be rising up the scriptures, you know what I mean? Riz. Oh, man. Anyways, Hebrews 10, verse 38. It says, now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul Shalak. It says, Hebrews 10, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith, okay? But if this is what we yearn to be, the just, all right? That lives by faith. But if any man draw back, means to pull back, pull away, my soul shall have no pleasure in me. Yahweh Bashem has no pleasure in you, man, trying to be the next YouTube sensation, the next No Jumper co-host, man. Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody cares about No Jumper no more. Irrelevant. Erroneous. All right? You know the big thing that's popping off? These prophecies. And who's pushing these prophecies? The Israelites. More importantly, starting off with the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone and the men that are like them. We're the ones that's putting this work in, man. Anyways. Verse 39, but we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. We believe that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to save us through this madness, man. All right? He's not going to continue us no longer here, man. All right? Because if it wasn't for the speed of time, hey, Esau can have his way with us, man. But we believe Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is about to take this nigga down. His whole conglomerate's down. And you have to believe that too. We ain't got time to be like my man Todd say, man, we in the book of Acts. You know, Apostle said too. We are in the book of Acts, man. Things about to pop off. And you got to act like things about to pop off. I ain't got time to be, trying to get the best of this, best of that, the best type bitches, the best type house, car. Nah, man, Jake about to start shacking up, man. We in survival mode right now, man. So you better act like you there. Anyways, let's get this last precept and close out. It's just like, how much more of an envelope do you have to push? I mean, the whole situation, the whole scandal situation of you being a CUCK and the PEG, that's enough for you to just fall back and humble yourself down, man. You know? And I personally don't believe that it happened, but that's none of my business, you know? But like I said, Jake said he repented or whatever, have you. It's not, we past that. But you keep showing your face, them niggas like Wallow, them niggas, they want to expose you. They don't care about you at the end of the day. But anyways, I got the customer here. Oh shit, we got some Issacharites. Fine little things, all right. But we're gonna close out with this. 2 Peter 2:20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and our Savior Yahushua Mashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. So you should have never known. You should have been in this truth, man. All right. You jumping in scary territory right now, man. All right. Going back into the world, testing the waters, testing Yahweh Shem Shai, which, a lot of the elder brothers that grew up in the same era as you, they already said you was on some bullshit. And it looked like they weren't wrong, you know? For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it has happened to them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. And you don't see Jake out here talk about, man, I'm from East Street, I'm from Sorcerer Quarters. Hey man, I say I'm from my city just to talk shit, DC, but damn, she thick. But nah, Jake, I don't be Hoover this, Hoover that, man. Fuck that shit. Fuck them niggas, man. You know what I mean? It's all about Yahweh Shem Shai and his army, man, which is the hopeful elect. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, all honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors be to the apostles and elder bishops, great millstone. Peace and salutation to the elders and occupancy of GMS. And men that are liking that pushes the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect, while Baba Ball, Shalom and the dirt.